One of the complaints that we get around both the town and the county is that the decision making is very centralized between a select few.
Mount Vernon City Council member Michael Van Winkle called for a special called meeting Monday, where council unanimously voted to put the issue of medical cannabis businesses on the November ballot.
Tuesday was the filing deadline to put it on the ballot. Tuesday was also the day we anticipated our fiscal court voting to prohibit such businesses in the county.
Because the county voted no, Mount Vernon would not be opted into the statewide program. But then another special called meeting was held Wednesday, where Van Winkle learned the Mount Vernon Signal newspaper complained that they must be made aware of special called meetings in writing, or else they say it violates the Open Meetings Act. Van Winkle phoned them Friday morning. But the question now is whether the vote on Monday will stand. And if it's ruled that it doesn't, that means the city missed the deadline to put the issue on the November ballot.
If the Attorney General decides that action was voidable and that our resolution does not pass, then we could obviously do the same thing next year, wait a year to put it on the ballot.
Or the council could pass an ordinance that would allow those businesses to operate. Van Winkle says they'll just have to wait on a ruling, leaving uncertainty for now.
People were glad that it was on the ballot.
In Mount Vernon, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.